going on, my friends? So you want to be a game master? You're a dumbass. You ain't got what it takes, son. Look, Missy, no front, no front. No, now you better off over there playing with the character stuff. This is too much for you all to understand. Just give it up, give it over to Grandpa over here. Let Gramps run it. Gramps knows. Let Gramps run it. Yeah. Sometimes, as a game master, you're going to have that person sit down at your table. And that person's going to be very disruptive, very counterintuitive, perhaps really didn't want to play in the first place. Ask yourself how many times you've been at a table. I've lost count how many times I've just grabbed random bodies who've never played in their life and parked their butts in a chair so I had some numbers. Get your wife in here. She's smart. She's a smart person. My wife would never do it. Ever. And I tried many times and failed many times. But you never know. Grandpa might want to play. Grandpa might be curious to know what the stupid crap you dumb kids are doing. All right? You might be surprised. But you also might get yourself somebody who's terribly disruptive, counterproductive to the entire group and the entire session, unmanageable. And this can come in many ways. I have had players come in who were gung-ho bully types and sit down at the table and then whine like children when they couldn't get things their way and they didn't understand, and what's the game? Why can't we make it this way? And they just wanted to find any way that they could just, co-op everything and make it about them, right? You don't need that person at your table. You should thank them for coming, ask them to get the F out. And if they're related to you, be a little judicious about it, but I'm just saying it's not going to work. If you get the ones that want to change characters, I didn't like this character. This character not good. This character not good, man. I had him up here and it's supposed to be all this stuff and I thought he was going to be flipping around and backflipping around and firing, fireballs out of his butt and blah blah blah. And now I want to do this. I want this. Every session. Or every couple sessions. I've had those guys, and I've actually had that bully type guy in that role. And him and I had to have a conversation off grounds about why he wasn't going to come back to the table. You may be a bully. I'm still a mean cuss. I don't care. I'm not impressed. Just saying, right? Trying to keep justice and judicious behavior at your table. There's this thing that we call the social contract. And if these people don't grasp the social contract or absolutely cannot keep to it, perhaps they're not for your table. Disruptive players can always be a problem. There's no real easy cure. There's no real easy fix. And if you ask 1,000 game masters or whatever you want to call themselves these days, what they would do and how they would handle it, you would get 1,000 different responses because that's how it is. Just kind of be prepared that you may have that at some point and try to recognize it in yourself because we can become, as a game master, you can become a little bit of a bully. You start having that conductor mindset. You start having that railroad thing start oozing in a little more at a time, especially when you have players that are not overly cooperative or overly collaborative. They don't really get it that the whole thing would be better with more of their input in it. All right. Till next time. I'm Rick. You're not. Just remember, it's a game at the A. It's a game at the end of the day. B, it's a game with a flavor and spirit. And ideally, we want our players, just like we ourselves as game masters, want to represent the spirit of the game and the flavor of the game as authentically as possible. It's not always possible with some people. So, but don't. It's a catchy thing because there are some people that come off as gruff because they've never interact in social situations like this. This is something completely new to them, and they don't want to feel like a fool or be made to feel foolish. That's a trick that you have to learn and how to master. But you don't have to have a bunch of disruptive stuff at your table, and it's probably better off that you don't. Sometimes you can just talk to somebody, hey, Ann, can I have a minute? Can you give the other guys a chance to make some decisions once in a while? Could you not be the spokesperson for the group? Although D&D has rules for that. Do you want to be the caller? You could be the caller of the group. What's a caller? You're a caller, Karen. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. Right. Anyway, just be prepared, man. It's gonna happen. There's no easy fix to it. Honesty usually is the best policy. I'm a terribly honest person. I have no problem speaking my mind. Sometimes I forget that I shouldn't speak my mind in certain situations. And sometimes certain situations rile me up enough that I'm speaking my effing mind, and you ain't gotta like it. It's the world, man. It's an ugly place. And today, it's a far uglier place. And tomorrow, let's just say I have no illusions. That's a funny thing, being a game master. You spend a lot of time trying to develop both your social skills, your creative skills, your managerial skills. There's a lot of management. I call it logistics. There's a lot of logistics involved in being a game master. And I'll probably do some videos on some of that. The players don't see it. They don't really see it. And you, as a new game master, you may be just now experiencing something that you didn't see or fully appreciate from the other side of the table, of just how much managerial skills come into play, how much social skill when it comes to trying to manage everybody, plus trying to fill in all the secondary roles so your players have foes and shopkeepers and tavern whatevers and so on and so on and so on. It's not an easy thing. I have never been able to sit there and not say something when I've been playing at another table, somebody else's table, and as another player that's being an ass on purpose. And after a minute, you can kind of tell who's doing stuff on purpose and who's just confused or concerned or actually having a problem. I'm always about talking to them first about, obviously, you're having a problem with picking a particular character. Hey, Ann, we can't have you have, a new character every session. It's just not how it works. It's not fair to everybody else, and it's just not how it works. And if you want me to, I don't want to ask you to leave the table, but if you want me to be a real ass about it, A, you can leave the table, and I'm sorry you have to go. B, you can try to tone down what you're doing, and we'll watch and see how that works. Or you can, wake up a little bit. Join the club. Be part of the party. Come on. Do what you got to do, man. It is what it is. Just be prepared for it. And it can come at you in unexpected ways. I guess I should add one more caveat to that. I think I will. One more caveat. Keep in mind, everybody's human beings. Just like you, we all have bad days. Sometimes we have bad years, and bad months, and bad lifetimes, right? I've had to have the plumbing unclogged 4 times in the past 2 years. It was a year, then it was 6 months, then it was 3 months. Now it's been a month. Just short, just more, 4 days too long. If it had happened 4 days ago, they would have done it for free because it clogged up again. And it keeps bringing out huge wads of hair. Now there's me and my spouse and our 10 cats. So when strands of hair are this long, well, that ain't my hair. That can't be my hair. That ain't my hair. Why's it only got to be my hair? Well, dear, I don't have a nose hair 2 feet long. I don't have nose hair or ear hair hanging out of my ears 2 feet long. And it's been a while since I've had a ponytail. I had a crew cut last year. I just couldn't afford a haircut this year. It's been that kind of year. Just saying. I'm the bad guy. And of course, the toilet gurgled once in the morning when I left, and I thought, that don't sound good. That's usually an indication of a clog. The drain in the bathtub was draining slow last week, and I should have thought then we had a problem. And then I asked my wife when I came back, stopped by the house, and I said, that gurgle? And she said, yeah, it's backing up. Or it gurgled yesterday night. So last night I said, okay, I'll put in a work request because we have American Home Shield, and they're pretty good. And we're getting a request. It's $125 though to have that service call. Another $125 slapped on my damn Discover card that's already hitting $10,000 in debt. There's a reason they're here. Just trying to stay alive out here. Right? See, now I'm off on a tangent. I'm one of those people you may not want at your table if I'm having a really bad day. I got hit with a $424 water bill, and my water bill average is $40 a month. Turns out the little sensor thing out back needed replaced. Well, that's nice for the Christmas holiday. Well, how the hell am I going to come up with $400? I had $200 left over from my mowing money from the strip club over the summer, and I was hoping to save some of that for Christmas. So that'll pay for half of that $400. And I told the lady on the phone when I talked to her, I said, well, we can send you a payment plan. No, because you're going to get the money as I send it to you. I know how this shit works, and you're going to fine me anyway, whether I had a plan or not, because I can't pay $400. Well, I could, but then I would put yet another $400 and definitely be over $10,000 on my damn Discover card, which I don't want to be. What do? You get it from every angle. So we deal with that, and then I get hit with the toilet, and my wife giving me crap because I'm trying to. So do you want to? And that's what I'm arguing with her about. Do you want to crap in a bucket through the weekend? And she's mad because I'm mad because I've got to spend another $125 we don't have, and she's mad because I'm mad. Then she's getting madder at me because I don't know why. Because I want the toilet to work. I guarantee you she'd have been all on board with it because it fully stopped up this morning. Good thing I called them because they were able to come this afternoon and get the problem taken care of. And we didn't have to go through the weekend crapping in a bucket. And if you're not that poor, they have these camping stools that you can buy real cheap that clip onto a 5-gallon bucket from, say, Menards. And I put a trash bag in it. We had it for the RV because the plumbing froze every winter. Plumbing froze every winter in that thing when we were living in it. And I've had to use it 5 times in this house since we moved in. There's definitely a problem with the pipes down there. I'm afraid there's a bad pipe. I can't come up with $400. Where would I come up with, I don't know, 10 grand, 15 grand to have somebody cut through my slab because my house has no crawl space, no basement? You got to cut under the damn slab or dig under it somehow to get to the plumbing. How much does that cost? Yeah, I'm having a bad day, and maybe I wouldn't be a good person to play at the table. Or, like a lot of people, we come to play to escape the real pressures and problems and concerns of the world. All of us do. Some of us do it more than others. Anyway, running out of daylight. Time for me to drive back to Polk City. It's about a 45-minute drive, so maybe in 2 hours I'll be home. Yeah, and then I got a couple hours in the morning, and then I got the weekend off. Kind of a slow month this month. Next week, gonna be another slow week. Then we got Christmas, New Year's. Very slow month. Gonna be really having money issues at the end of the month, I guarantee it.